It's good afternoon or good morning. It's 12 o'clock. So, Madam Manjulaji, Mr. Venkana, most learned, down-to-earth professional body, I had opportunity to interact with few people. Most of them happen to be very close to me. Mr. Kumar to many others, from my village, so suddenly I felt myself to be a little more homely, not because through the professional angle, but really a accidental proximity. Many people belong to my places. Let me have one or two very reasonable confessions. Is it Adi? Can you hear me in the back? Okay. Yes. Number one, I am a scientist, agriculture university. I was there for almost 3 decades. The first confession, our approach to agricultural economics is a micro approach. We call it as a farm management studies. As if you approach to a farm, we approach to farmers as a farmer. So we focus on the cost, return, either at a per quintal basis or per acre, per hectare, at the most per farm basis. The topic assigned to me is a macro one. By definition, national economy falls into the purview of the macroeconomics. So if the micro background approach macro, so it's a real challenge, then kindly forgive me if my approach is little inadequate, improper. Feel free to correct me whenever you feel appropriate, number one. Number two, as I said, obviously the Agriculture Praise Commission, Karnataka is the first to have a separate commission called Agriculture Praise Commission. I have little data to do justice to the larger topic, but the data result pertain to the Karnataka. With the state empirical figures and fact, I am trying to approach the larger national economy in my own way. When I was given the responsibility of heading the commission, first time ever in the history of a government, state to commit itself, thanks to our Siddaramaiah, he said we should have a separate commission to do justice to farmer in terms of a remunerative prices. I didn't know what to do. So first thing came to your question to me. Karnataka, if you just look at the Karnataka cropping system, 26 crops, which are very prominent from not only in terms of the area they occupy, in terms of the commercial implications, livelihood security, income to the farmer, 26 crops. We started working on the cost of cultivation very systematically. First time anywhere in the world I can say that we can have an online, because we have the opportunity to get information technology, the agriculture, we started working online. Farmers feel to straight away, you have the cost data. And earlier than I had headed the opportunity to head the Government of India's, there's a commission called Commission on Agriculture Cost and Prices, CACP. It has its own branch in every state to supply, to declare MSP, to supply cost data. I had the opportunity to head that when I was in the Agriculture University. Keeping these two expense together, we could do that one somehow. For 26 crop commodities in Karnataka, we could come out in the last 5 years without any lag. So every year, by the time government is about to place MSP and other things, we are ready with the cost of cultivation. Farmers are very happy, not because of I could address the issue of remunerative prices. For 26 commodities, so when you worked out the cost of cultivation scientific way, farmers' demand was to say that you should get us the scientific pricing. All raitarike hope you can follow Kannada also. ನಮಗೆ ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ಬೆಲೆ ಕೊಡಿ, ನಮಗೆ ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ಬೆಲೆ ಕೊಡಿ. I didn't know what is the ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ಬೆಲೆ, scientific pricing. Probably they mean to say that they should get a price which should remunerate one. So I could do some justice to the term scientific, in terms of the costing. What is the result of the 26 commodities? It is first ever in the history of any state to come out with a report officially, formally to the government. If you work out the cost of cultivation scientific way, having worked the cost of cultivation scientific way, 22 out of 26 commodities in Karnataka are running out of loss. I could work out I'm going to present very soon, extent of loss per quintal, per acre, per farm, and I could simulate and present before the government of Karnataka saying that these 26 commodities, farmers are increasing this much of the loss. That in a way addresses the macro picture of the national economy. So again I am telling my confession, I have the data for state of Karnataka, not for the entire. So hopefully that will throw some light at the national economy. I think the immediate motivation for you to get into the subject of national economy, I presume, so a larger pronouncement by Prime Minister to the Finance Minister, committed by the Finance Minister, $5 trillion economy. I had an opportunity, I was invited just a couple of weeks back in Pune, a cooperative training institution, to speak on the $1 trillion economy. So I am not getting into that one. I presume that you too have some element of the expectation from agriculture to contribute to the so-called, I am not believing that, why not 16 million, why only 5 trillion, why only in 5 years, why not in 3 years, anyhow, 5 something later, anyhow, I appreciate. But my understanding, it's not my subject, my understanding that achieving the $5 trillion economy is looking into the what is happening. You just forget about the stagflation. In recent years, we are not only facing the inflation and also stagnation. It's a gravity of the economic situation. Both normally won't come together. You have the inflation, you have the stagnation in the growth. You know very well the economic slowdown. But if you just address that issue, I think if not in 5 years, 6 years, India is going to achieve $5 trillion economy. It's already near $3 trillion economy at present if you look at. So within which, what is not clear? They have made these are, I am not getting into the kind of time. If you just look at the 11% nominal growth. So definitely it is possible if you control the inflation and if you have the, because it's $1 trillion, it's not a rupee terms, So you should have the parity between the rupee and dollar at a reasonable 72 rupees around, Then it's not difficult. That's what the experts who are expert in the macroeconomics could say. But what is not clear, what is little disturbed for me, the role of agriculture is very unclear in achieving the $1 trillion economy. It continues to be neglected, agriculture. At best, our Prime Minister has said, while he was here a couple of weeks back, we promote the export. That's what they repeated in the recent Nirmala Sitharaman's budget also. You promote the export so that through export route only, it's agriculture role to contribute to national economy, which I am not very comfortable, which I am not returning. It's not only export. There are much more than export contribution from agriculture to do for to contribute to the so-called $5 trillion economy. That's my understanding. How best I can place for my concern. It's not only exports, much beyond that. Agriculture will contribute. Maybe one of the themes, which I am with the limited possibilities I am trying to place before you. So this is still the dilemma if you look at the agriculture, which we ourselves in agriculture center could not resolve that one. What is the dilemma here? Contradiction, whatever you call. Before that, let me also make a statement here. Appear to be a little generalized one, but the implication is enormous one. We have a strange situation, sir. I have closely worked with the government of India and also government of Karnataka, agriculture department. Every time if I get into agriculture Krishi Bhavan, the problem is to see how to manage the planting. We have crossed the 300 million tons of food grain. I don't know, that was a landmark. And we have much above the 300 million tons of horticulture commodity. I am very soon I am coming to that one. So as a sector, agriculture, forget about both, I have my own reservation report regarding the calculation of the growth in agriculture. That let me try to do that one. So on one hand, agriculture as a sector performing extremely well. Very fact that government after government, department after department, look at how to, at present, how to dispose of the sugar, this is surplus here. Very soon you will see a situation very much in Karnataka, tomato farmer in nearby district, throwing on the street, saying that we are not getting in 1 per kilograms. So problem of plenty at present in Karnataka agriculture normally is not less than 1 or 2, more than 10 commodities. So on one hand, you have the problem of plenty. On the other hand, agrarian crisis, displacement. At present, 21 lakh hectares in Karnataka, 21 lakh hectares is kept fallow. It will be uneconomical, labor problem, water problem, agrarian crisis, migration. Every year, 10 million people are coming out of agriculture every year. So in my own village, somebody asked, people are ready to stay there. Migration, then all are culminating into a sorry state of farmer suicide. How come it happened? It could happen. As a sector, problem of plenty, not a scarcity. Can anyone point out there is a huge problem, scarcity of a agriculture commodity for a country? This is a temporary one. One distributional problem. Onion, because of the flood, within no time it is resolved. If you could do that, then oil only we are importing other than any other commodity. Oil, because of our policy orientation, wrong tax structure, because of that we are forced to import. On one hand, the sector is doing very well. On the other hand, people belonging to the sectors. So this mismatch, agriculture as a sector, farmers as a people depending on sectors. No other sector could have that. In industry, if the sector is doing well, obviously people depending on sectors are also fine. It is not the case here. How come we can have both? On one hand, problem of plenty, on the other hand, agrarian crisis and suicide. There is something wrong, that we have to look at. Sector-wise, people depending on that. That's why it's agriculture. It's not that easy to comprehend so easily. So, what's the name? Look at here. In 1950-51, our food production was 51 million ton. Huge scarcity, ship to mouth situations, we are begging virtually before the country like America. Now it has increased by 6 times. Almost, the what figure I have given is 18-19, we have already passed 300 million tons. Only food grains I am telling, not the vegetable, not the other thing. So food grain we have the plenty, we have the surplus, we have the so-called food security, what not. In physical growth is 6 times, contribution of agriculture has come down from 52 to 16%. Something you have to resolve. Now it is possible. The physical growth is enormous. Contribution, is it that? Is a simple answer, other sectors are going, which could add value. Then what about the value addition for agriculture? Something very serious. So what do you have to focus? Should we again focus on the physical growth? Then should we think of what is wrong is there any problem in so-called the contribution of agriculture? So agriculture contributes not in a physical term. It is a silly issue to say that GNP, GDP and national economy is a monetary term. What is the mismatch between the monetary value as well as the physical value? Something we have to take very seriously. How it is possible to have that one? So in that case, this is only temporary. It comes to my mind, say that these are the things which we have to focus. And I think if you could also look at these things seriously, you could help not only me, you could help the nearly 50 or 60% of the population, which are under virtually no clue whether to produce or not. And say anybody's, if you have this, all are having the economic background, no doubt. So supply and price, inverse relationship is very obvious. Okay, if you have more, the price comes down. This demand is inelastic. This demand is paying. So in other sectors, there is a scope to come out with a supply program looking into the price. Okay, if the price is profitable, it's something demand, looking into the demand, looking into the price structure, I have to get into that. It's not the case in agriculture because supply is inelastic. It is the supply determines the price rather than the price, giving in direction to the supply. Farmers, if there is demand or not, they have to produce because they cannot produce because agriculture is a biological sector. So this inverse relationship always there. Produce more, that's why in the party address why the contribution of agriculture is coming down. If you produce more, obviously the price comes down. What is the national economy? Your output into the price. So in that case, every attempt to produce more pushes the price down. As a result, contribution comes down without having the primary knowledge of this, supply, price, and in terms of its contribution, we think of increasing the agriculture contribution, more growth, I cannot understand the simple problem. Then the terms of trade, though it appears to be political, any nation for that matter don't want inflation, we are ready to pay 20 rupees for one bottle of water, 40 rupees a cup of tea, anywhere if you just go to I have been to very recently to mall, with my son and daughter, they say 40 rupees, I thought for all the 40 rupees for cup, for 80 rupees, we don't mind. But agriculture, commodity price should not go up. We have, so as a result, this is psychological binding. Immediately you can say inflation, it hurts your economy. So, an adverse terms of trade, that means, farmers can say, what is the terms of trade, Farmers said, in 1970, to buy one tractor, 200 bags of jowar is sufficient. Now, to buy one tractor, we need 4,000 bags. That is simply in understanding of adverse terms of trade. There is no necessity to define much more than that. That is inbuilt, what I am to say. Then, farmers are the price taker. All other producers you deal with, they make their own price. It is not that somebody makes this water bottle, afterwards give you the price. No, you have your MRP. Farmers cannot have their MRP. Oh, MSP is there, it is not implemented. So farmers are absolute price taker. There is what is called as the perfectly competition market, that which pulls you. So, what I am trying to say, these are the points, these are the hurdles, which, so that coming away, actual, relevant, meaningful contribution of agriculture to national economy. So, one or two very important things in which you can only resolve. It's a simple methodological issue. If I am wrong, I will be extremely happy. I had a small experience of working with the director of economic studies. How the agricultural GDP is worked out. Farmers farm gate price into quantity. Okay. So that's a wholesale price into the quantity forms that one. You know very well. What the price we all give is a retail price. The gap between the retail price and wholesale price, agriculture price offered at different levels. Farm gate level, wholesale price at the mandis, retail price at the retail shop, then border price when it got exported, when it is distributed to the consumers at the fair price, it is the floor price, several levels in the same commodity works. Here, it's a common knowledge, it is not that price, you pay, we pay as a consumer to a farm commodity, that reaches the ultimate farmer. Hardly one that could reach. In that case, you take into account 1/3 of the price, calculate the GDP, and put it there remaining 2/3. Where does the 2/3 goes? I don't know. Obviously, you will see that you are underestimated the agriculture contributed by mere you take into account the price which you look at, converting the physical unit to the monetary unit. Okay. Then second, I don't know what is wrong, and at least recognize that what is going wrong, I don't know. Why say, one farmer leader said, is there any commodity other than computer in which, we don't have our contributions? You look at everywhere, this is the contribution from the farmer because of the wood. So everywhere you have the contribution, but in my understanding, while calculating the GDP, it is only sugar cane gets into the agriculture GDP, not the sugar. It is the cotton, not the apparel, garment. So no processed products are included under the calculation while you undertake the agriculture GDP. Okay. It is the wholesale price, only primary products. Then what about who contributes the cotton, cloth, apparel, garment? Because now we earn huge export for exporting the apparel garments. I don't know where does it go. It's not definitely agriculture country. As a result of that, everywhere we say, agriculture hardly 13% contribution. Okay. So whatever the agriculture gets support from the government, say you make the whole 30% concept, you are over dependent. People should come out of that. This is a strange, funny argument puts forth without seriously understanding. Is it true that agriculture contribution is Only that alone, that's okay. Then, without addressing all those things, in my opinion, there is no fun in getting into a meaningful debate with regard to the contribution of agriculture to national economy. We have to resolve. It's a much more elementary level. Some of the things you can definitely, I think you can get into that. I'll talk about it later on. This is just to say that in the problem of plenty. I don't give that just to say that we are all the consumer. At least some of us, definitely I am not, because my wife is a scientist. I have to get into the purchase of every day, every week. If you just look at the total production of food grains, fruits, vegetable, milk and sugar annually, divide that by the 132 crores population, again divided by 365. What is it you are going to get? Per capita net available, per capita availability of the food grains. What it is, how much it is? Every Indian, one should be thankful to the farmers. Every Indian, if the production of the food grain is equally distributed, or accessible, forget about distribution, we are getting more than half kilo per capita per day. Are you going to eat 600 grams or 586 grams of cereals, rice every day? 200 grams of fruits, 387 grams of vegetables. These two put together more than 600 grams in horticulture crops. It's very important to note this one. As per the ICMA, Indian Council of Medical Research recommendation, every person should consume at least 80 grams is the ICMR recommendation of the fruits and vegetables. 80 grams per day per person. You should minimum to be healthy and happy. How much is available? 600 more 16 grams is available. It's not a figure, I have prepared my own. It's only the government of India figure. You can see on the road, within a couple of weeks, you will see how the tomato is getting flooded on the road. Milk. So, if you cannot understand per capita, every week, a household in India could get not less than 60 kilograms of food grain, that will include rice, wheat, whatever. More than 5 or around 6 kilograms. Are you buying 6 kilograms of fruits every week? More than 10 kilograms of vegetables, more than 10 liters of milk every week, and more than 2 kilograms of sugar. This is the contribution of agriculture in physical term. In physical term, not only reflected in your so-called GDP calculation, but it becomes a problem for the farm. That is something serious one. So there is some good study to say that India is emerging in terms of their purchasing power. You will get just go to people here, IT people, they get the salaries enormous. We have that one. But there is a strange correlation between income and purchase or spending that income on agriculture. As I already given the subscription, we don't want to spend more than that one. There is also strange correlation between price and the consumption. This we call as the elasticities. So let me say what it is that it is worked at the very highest level study, very recently has done that for every 10% increase in the income of the consumers in India, that I have the crossways, So, how much you consume more of vegetables, it is around, for every 10% increase, it is a 3% or 2.6% is the, so you don't, in a proportionately don't consume more of vegetables, because it's more income, you have your own priorities. Either have a car or refrigerator or house, right? Okay. So not, but anyhow, you more income you consume more of agriculture commodities. How much is that one? For the fruits it's 3, for 1%, 0.3, that is for 10% it's 3.6%. So you spend little more on that. But if at all there is 1 or 10% increase in the price, that's called the price elasticity of demand. Your food consumption will come down by, for 10%, it comes down by 4%, because high price you don't consume more at all. I say, on one hand you have the income effect, impetus to consume more and more of agriculture commodities. On the other hand, you have the inflation effect. It's not a wholesale inflation, it's retail inflation. that pushes your consumption down. Net result is the negative one. That's what happening in India. You have more income, but the income effect, I don't agree. Just because of the price has gone down, you consume less of food, consume more of cigarette, whiskey, mobile. What is the normal income of the normal person goes more to the mobile, more to the petrol, more to the many other things. So not on agriculture. Anyhow, if it's logical, because it's a human being, but it's the income effect has gone curtailed by the price effect. That's what the people have. Assets that may possibly affect. Why we have on one hand production of the more commodity, on the other hand the problem of plenty, surplus. So this may possibly explain. So with this background, let me get into our modest attempt to address the issue of the scientific costing. Our cost estimations are fine, no doubt. Farmers are very happy. Sir, at least any long time later, all farmers would say. Our report is official, still available in the website. As I said, out of 26 commodities, if you work out the cost scientifically, your own cost concept. Our CSCP has come out with a methodology to work out the cost of cultivation. And what are those, we take, I'll be coming to, look at this one. We have the variable cost, what are the variable costs, the fertilizer, seed, and other thing, but this farmer know very well, they spend out of their own pocket. But what cost they don't know is that, he or she works in his own farm, they think it's not a cost at all. I said, you instead of working in your own farm, I asked the worker, farmers is the content. Adhe agatre, ನಾನು ಹೊಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಂತ it's not like that. What's the Narega? It's 310 rupees. Instead of working in your own farm, you had your work done, you could have, then I take it to account. The family labor cost, own family labor cost. Then some of the sunken, for example, bore, it's 22 years old. They don't know what portion of the bore, it's amortized cost, amortized fixed cost. They don't know. We worked out. You still have bore hakidu. One bore success then they have to get into 3 bores. Probability of success in the bore, so if it gets into 5 bores. I have the cases in 1 acre, 100 bores. Because of the stupid technology, disaster technology, support systems. So they don't know how to incorporate all these bores and get into that. At the end, they are indebted, huge loan. They have to commit suicide. So we said, and most important, I think the one part, if you would impress upon is that, rental value of the own land. Karnataka is a land reform state. Unlike other states, to do farming, they have to hire land also. In majority, there is also tenants in America, illegal, informal. But in the majority of the cases, we take into account only the rural farmers. Every farmers, I have to start them, every farmers, in and around Bengaluru is huge. Rich by asset, poor by income. This is another strange dichotomy. 1 acre land in and around Bengaluru, how much is the cost? Not less than 5 crore rupees 1 acre. What they can grow? At the most 5 quintals of ragi. You apply what is called the asset turnover ratio. It went to the industry, you have 100 crore investment, asset value, then the turnover should be more than opposite 10 or 20%. In such case, as a owner of the land, it's a 5 crore rupees per acre. The turnover is 5 quintal. So we used to actually to address that issue, rental value of the own land. So we don't get that figure, but we say approximately 25% is and we took it as 20% of the grass value. That's one, we don't, otherwise also, if someone in a high land, if it is 4 quintal of Java, 1 quintal is for the owner. So 25% we take it to account. So incorporating all these things, definitely you will come out with a figure, in which case agriculture can never be profitable. So here is the case. If you enter the cost accounting into agriculture in a meaningful and strong way, within no time you can point out agriculture is unavailable. And all these dichotomies, what is that? Surplus at the macro level, farmers leaving agriculture. Rich by asset, poor by income. This is something in a puzzle for me, unresolved puzzles. That we have to address properly. So let me place, this is our result. So in our cost account, we follow what's called the cost accounting method. So as and when cost is incurred by the farmer, it has to be recorded. It's not after 6 months or 7 months going, how much but they forget. They don't have the record at all. So in a two-way we used to present, it's a CAC methodology. One is only those costs which farmers, I and many of us can understand. It's called as they have the terminology called the cost A1. That's nothing but a actually paid out cost. Farmer feel that they have incurred those costs plus family labor. If that is the case, I am only focusing on the 14, 15 agriculture commodities, forgetting about the horticulture and other commodities. So there is little profit. So the average profit in some case paddy is 68% more is per quintal. Over and above the cost, actually farmer feel that they have incurred. That's what they know very well. Then you come to the bottom one, answer. So the bottom one, except paddy, because it's something in recent figure that we had because of the drought in the low paddy production, all of the, I said, your rental value of the own land take into account, you take into account the family labor incurred for your agriculture, negative, downward facing the marks. So this is the agriculture. By and large, for 14 commodities, if the 14 commodity occupies nearly 60 to 70% of the total area in Karnataka. So what is the net result? 30% loss. If you take into all account, including that's where the cost C2 or cost C3. Over and above, we also include what's called the managerial cost. What is that they say? Every manager, now a manager, farmers are a bit upset. I'm not right. No, it's not the case. Your wife may work, it's a labor cost. But the mental makeup, the mental decision making process in agriculture is enormous. Which seed they have to grow, which use, where to sell. Should I go for the credit to the cooperative bank and going to the bank for a few days? All this ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಣೆ ಬರಲಿ ನೀವು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ they don't have an appropriate elastic. So 10% is the central government. 10% of the total cost should form the manager cost. We increase it to 15%. If you add all those things, this is the rate of the agriculture. It is based on the actual price they have received in the market. So market is not ready to incorporate. At the best, the market price discovery, the price the market is ready to give to farmer is not on the rental value, on the managerial cost or other cost, only fertilizer. The message is clear to the farmer. Okay, don't invest your land on agriculture. That's all the message they can get. Then government is also another mechanism, called the minimum support price. Whether they are adequate, whether they take care of the farmers of Karnataka, MSP is one nation, one MSP. MSP same for Punjab farmer, same MSP for the Karnataka farmer. Rich farmer, poor farmer. Same MSP. Because one nation, one thing has become the heart of the day. That MSP is no longer the benefit to the farmer. Because some amount we procure, especially paddy and ragi, something we procure. But whether the MSP is good enough to take care of all this cost, the picture is more or less same. Look at when compared to the MSP, again, downward facing income bar, but the loss. What is the average loss? Average loss is 27% on the same crop. If the farmer take commodities to the market, 30% loss. If the farmers sell it to the government, 27%. Neither government nor market in a state like Karnataka, you can also say the state in a country like India, helping the farmers in at least in one matter, the price discount, giving the remunerative price, giving so-called the scientific price. But the farmers are happy to say, oh, it is official figure. Sidramaya is McDonald's and says, okay, all are a bit uncomfortable, or bureaucracy. What is that? He used to say that agriculture is unremunerated one. That's the fate of the farmer, you can understand. That's what the farmers are. They need much more than that. As I said, in our methodology, I have explained the cost A1 and cost. Cost A1 means it's the government of India's terminology. Farmers are asking, and total cost 50%. M.S. Swaminathan has said, farmers should get a minimum profit of 50% over and above, not the just paid out cost, all comprehensive cost. That's what the cost is. That's not happening even today. So this is the normal cost structures of the people. It is all crops put together, it's the generalized one. What is that? 38% of the labor cost. Karnataka agriculture, for that matter, under Indian agriculture, I can say, it is not only high cost agriculture, it is the high labor cost agriculture. 38% of the total cost goes to agriculture. We have the plan, mechanization, many other things. But it's the case. Then rate, if you take it, is 20%. Then the input cost so far in the farmer field, the input is no, it's not the case. The labor is a problem in the state, in a country like India. Then with this, I have also made some attempt to see how does the farmer lives. So we could take out the sample farmers' asset position. It's not very important. That's what I said. They make the investment and the power tillers to the gas and TV. They have worked out what is the asset. So on an average, Karnataka farmers have an asset value other than land. It works, it is a bit outdated. It went into the, you don't get any other figure than the figure what I think 16, 17. So 1,40,000 is the total asset value, all put together, taking up to the depreciation in a straight line method. Not, I don't know which method you follow. Anyway, looking at that, it's the asset position of the farmers of Karnataka. I have the cross-wise, region-wise, crop-wise, but it's an average. This is a credit. They take the credit. Our advice to the farmer is to see that, they should have income from the multiple source. They should not rely on only ragi, only paddy. They should have ragi, jawar, tomato, dairy, poultry, multiple sources of income. Credit should be cooperative bank, not more than one or two. It becomes the other way around. Farmers of the Karnataka, for that matter, most of the dairy farmers in India, they are having the multiple source of credit, single or no source of income. That's what actor. This is different sources we have worked out. How much is the outstanding loan at present? I think the recent year almost equal to the asset value. The only option for them to be not insolvency is to sell their land. 1.40 lakh, because some of the asset cannot be sold at all. The outstanding credit, outstanding loan is the 1,40,000. It's an average one. So that speaks volume about the improper, unjudicious financial management. All this, let's get into the income of the farmers. Monthly wise, it's appealing for us, not for farmers. So it's a 15,000 is an average pooled income. We worked out the small farmer, big farmers. But look at, out of the 15,000, it's a rough figure. It's at best it can be indicated because, an exhaustive survey cannot possibly, it's only sample of our farmers. All the 20 districts. Farmers in Karnataka leaves a monthly income of around 16,000 or 15,000 rupees. But very interesting thing, only agriculture contribution is 5%. There are different sources, business sources, repatriation. Most of the people working in the city, working elsewhere, they repatriate, send money, some money to the people. And the government program also, because you have the different Annapakya, that scheme. So all put together, you will have an income reasonably good. But when you get into the per capita, this is a per capita income. Very interesting here. So per capita income, the per annum per farmer, how much they get? It is 1/3 of what the average income of the state. The state income is, let us say, during that time, 1,48,450 was the state per capita income. But farmer income was 47,000. So the ratio between the per capita income of the state and per capita income of farmer is huge disparities there.
No.
Okay. So, and another interesting figure, the poverty line. If you poverty line is 12,000 rupees per annum, I don't know why 12,000 rupees, but if you consider the poverty line, majority of the small farmers, look at from agriculture, if the majority of the small farmers are below poverty line. So 70% of the people are the small, look at the small farmer, the agriculture contribution hardly 12,000, they are almost near to the 12,000 is the poverty line. So because of other source of income, they are not under the poverty line. This is the hopeless situation of the farmer. If you all, some problem. So the last row is not something. Okay. What is this? If you convert all this to the state level, how much is the contribution of the paddy to the state GSDP? It is a minus 641. If you look at if you work out on the cost to basis, which cost that I leave to you? Is it just the cost of cultivation with the farmer income, or is the comprehensive cost including the rental value of whole land? If you take into the account rental value of whole land, the net contribution of agriculture to the Karnataka government by these 14 crops which are under the coverage of MSP is minus 20 to 25,000 crore rupees. If you look at the comprehensive cost, but there may be some amount of contribution. If you just it's around 9,000 rupees, if you just take into account the cost which you can see. As I said, message, you should not consider rental value of land. You should not take into account the farmer's own labor, farmer's own managerial cost. Then only you can have something. A positive contribution of agriculture to state like Karnataka, it is more or less same to the national economy. So with this background, one could say, what is the way forward? So most of the agriculture transaction is not accounted because there is no income tax for farmers. They don't only 23% of the total what produced by the farmers in Karnataka is accounted. Where is it supposed to be accounted? In the so-called APMCs. They bring and sell and record. So remaining, especially value-added commodities like spices, only 8% is accounted. Fruits, 4%. Just because the MSP, the cereals are brought to them. So unaccounting is a big problem. You have to take up the value decision. There is no necessity, there is no compulsory farmers to keep on record of all. We have recommended, we have said to the bank, I am looking close to the word. You don't consider only land when giving the loan. How much you are transacted, bring the APMC, there is the APMC, the transactions, you bring them, then they can say, then it is also safe for them. It's a small thing would have made major work. But any of farmers are not brought under the accounting per you, recording per you. Even to the smallest, they don't sell at all. Now, why they don't sell at APMC? There are hundreds of reasons. APMC is nearly, it's all they cannot bring them. They have the most thing, with the pre-harvest contact with the money lender. Immediately after the contact, the money lender will come and take it away, throw away, distress pay. There are hundreds of reasons. But the unaccounting of the big problem that you have to address. Then, I said, what is the rental value of land? If you include the rental value of land, our agriculture becomes terribly uncompetitive. You can have the same commodity elsewhere from the world, not from India. That is a serious problem. Then in that case, how do you make farmland to be kept under farming? Why should not farmers sell instead of coming to suicide? It's a simple thing. 1 acre, anywhere in average price of the 1 acre of agriculture land is 20 to 25 lakh rupees. Nothing they can get. So this value has to be addressed. Then some sort of a supply plan has to be done. It's not that you play. It should not supply determine the price. Looking into the price. So this is the price. If you can assure, provided you produce only this one at aggregate level. Don't produce so much of tomato at one place. Some sort of supply plan, the district level plan. Constitution has got a district level plan, it's a compulsory. For the namesake of the state department, you have the planning board, each state. It is a constitutional obligation to come out with the district plan. You at least enforce that constitutional obligation to the agriculture, see that each district should produce what it requires. Should not more than that. Some sort of a plan should be there. Then pricing is the legal approach, it's not happening. We declare MSP. Hardly 20 to 30% is sold in that MSP. Even in APMCs. APMC is a government structure. Your MSP of paddy is 1,850 rupees. Already I have the data, 50% is sold below MSP. What is that? MSP don't have the legal sanctions. No one can say why you are that. No, I don't want that. But you have the MRP. You have the MRP to protect the interest of the consumer. The legal verdict, someone said, what representative say, yeah, why I am telling you? It's not the case. So legal section, and most important, government can resolve easily if government is the biggest consumer of most of the industrial, any commodity, the Prakash government, diesel, oil, same agriculture commodities. We have, look at, we have 1 crore people under out of 6 crore, 1 crore ration cards. We are feeding every day 54 to 60 lakh students midday meals. Every day feeding. Government is feeding. In Bengaluru today, 12 lakh people. You have the Indira canteen. You have the jail. You have the Anganwadis. So government is the biggest consumer of agriculture commodity. Unfortunately, they don't buy either at MSP or directly from farmer. They have their own contract systems. This contractor buy because it's yellow, it's lowest contract buy from the farmers at a throwaway price. We did for a relatively low, they know the factors. It's a big nexus among the politicians, traders, government officials. As a result, we don't buy. So why cannot we have some sort of, our candid recommendation to see that some sort of fiscal responsibility act, there should be procurement responsibility act, at least for your own consumption. You should, the government depending upon the contractor and mediator between farmers and them, just to deny a regulatory farm, it's a shame on any civilized government. Let us have some sort of fiscal responsibility, fiscal procurement act, that's not for your case. Expand that one. Milk is getting rotten. We have the every day 20, 30,000 liters of milk getting removed from that one. Why cannot feed in Anganwadi? Procure that one. When there is a blood, procure, process it. You make a tomato ketchup. So you can have some system of your own procurement system. And the last but not least, if the government can spend, my time is over, if the government can set aside a reasonably small amount just to procure and ensure the MSP. You know only MSP. MSP is not at all ensured at all. Ensure the MSP. How you can ensure? Let the government buy at the MSP. When there is a glut, then MSP, government gets into the huge procurement, then traders have to look at very carefully. Then we said every year we have the loan waiver. How much is the loan waiver? 25,000 to 40,000 rupees. One or the other. We said, you just set aside 7, at least our modest recommendation is 5,000 rupees, 5,000 crore rupees. We can do justice to the 14 or 13 important commodities which are under the MSP. You can implement the MSP. We have worked out. It's not a big budget state like Karnataka, whose budget has already exceeded 1 lakh crore rupees. 5,000 just to ensure that make use of these commodities for your own purpose or value addition. Let the government, Food Corporation of India, the corporations are there, let them take care of that. Farmers at the best, they can produce. I am a farmer. I know only produce. I know very well how to produce. Beyond the production, nook and corners of the rural area, they cannot bring, they cannot compete with the traders, they cannot compete with the money lenders, they cannot with the politicians. Traders, money lenders, politicians are the ones, Trimurtis are there. That is the huge purchase of these Trimurtis are converting to one person. Very difficult. They can produce. It's not the curse, it's not the bad thing for producing milk, producing for having produced fruit, having produced. You don't all have those people, so the government definitely can do. If they set aside some reasonable amount, it's a make something beyond that one. Yeah. We have also. So with this, let me conclude where I have started. I don't know what is that, whether I could make any sense to an August body like this one. My expectation is very limited. I think we have made a beginning in terms of the addressing the issue. That's the end where we can. a scientific costing. Farmers are happy. This is the cost system. In between, there are also arguments also there. I think you also subscribe that, though I don't agree totally with that one. You go for the cost reducing technology, fine. Mechanism is required. But cost reduction is an endogenous factor. I know how to reduce and what is the difficulty for that one. By saying that, all our scientists say, you are the low cost. America can supply the same thing at a much lower than that. You are the inefficient lot. Now, Indian farmers are is inefficient lot because high cost. I don't think so. If you just get into the farm field, extent of the labor, the skill, entrepreneurship. So there's a limit to reduce cost also. It has to be reduced. Mechanism could do, no doubt. Need to have. But don't put for the cost reduction alone. Because cost reduction alone, it's an endogenous factor. I know what to do. But the exogenous factors are much more strong. Beyond the purview of farmers. So with this, we'll see that we also put forth the collective efforts, aggregations, cooperatives. Farmers are weak individually. Come together. We also try, but there's a problem for the collectivization also. With all these things, we have failed miserably. But unfortunately, farmers are at least actually happy to see that there is a method of addressing the costing scientifically. I don't know what is scientific, but we have to take it much forward, much above that one. To see that one, farmers should not have unfortunately, my office is diagonally opposite a counter called the farmer suicide, because we have to take into account of the farmer suicide. I think that the Karnataka has the dubious record of first or second. We are competing with Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Who is the first this year? For the past 8 years, farmers, Karnataka is the dubious in the farmers suicide. I know one thing, people have also contested. I have visited not less than, for my own sake, not less than 50 to 60 farmers. I'm sure. Then 100 seasons are there, But had they chosen a profession other than a profession called farmer, nearly 3 lakh farmers have committed in 10 years in India. Had they chosen a profession other than agriculture, actually they should have aligned. Majority would have aligned. So this is a sorry state of affairs. So I started with the empirical figures and ended with the emotion mode. Not to trivialize or not get away, but it's the reality. Thanks a lot. If I exceeded my time with the... Please.
I'm a son of a farmer and totally taking. I have some small agricultural land in my village in Sagar Talo. Always there's a demand from wives to sell and buy cycles.
Pardon?
There's a demand from wives to sell those agricultural land buy cycles. Question is that right? You would have seen that wherever we go into your native village, all sites of farming, all the agricultural sites of farming, the lands of farming sites, it could be a more lucrative. My question here is, Modi has announced the farmer income double by 2020. Under these circumstances, what is the program? Has the spelled out in a program? So far, I have not come across any action plan to increase the farmer income doubling by 2020. According to me, it should be one more slogan like Kenya's slogan for defense.
Your question has more answer than I say. Doubling the farm, I was also, Ashok Dava is my good friend, he headed the high level committee. Chapter 6 or 7 in what I have done, in Karnataka is very much there. You have the huge volumes. The mere volumes, you should find the rate of the day. And agriculture is not a priority because we don't have the problem. That's what my simple answer. It's definitely one more slogan, but the slogan is so hollow, I didn't expect a Prime Minister to make such a... doubling our farmer income first, Arun Jaitley made in 2017-18, in 5 years. I don't know why 6 years. Then recent, Nirmala Sitharaman too repeated, so we have committed to double the farm increase already. That means farmers' income in 2 years would have increased. 5 years, 100% means each year 20%. It would have increased by 40%. Which income? Is it real income or nominal income? Is it the income of the farmer, income from the agriculture? There are hundreds of answers.
Okay.
I have not seen. I know very well, because I have attended the several meetings of the government of India regarding. So you have the huge volumes of report, 6 or 7. Somebody say you said 14 volumes are there. So you can add some more. Farmer Commission on Agriculture had already given 8 or 10. It's another 2,000. You can have that. We are producing the volumes if you could solve. It should find the rate of the day. But to have that one, we have somebody should remind the acute, the political cost of the scarcity of the food. These people have experience with the politicians. When the shortage of onion has got the capacity to change the fate of the government. Moment it's addressed, forget. Obviously, आपको ये problem of the plenty only for the farmer. If there is an abundance, if there is a scarcity, which one is state, which is the society? You look at the society, you should focus. If there is an abundance, 316 million tons of the horticulture commodity. A farmer, he grows. If someone say Indian farmer inefficient, in 1 acre in Kolara, 60 tons.
Question. See, you are taking decisions on agriculture based on some ad hoc information. Do you have a reliable agricultural information system in place? You have got all the satellite technology, you got the technology at your disposal. First, we should be taking the decisions based on a reliable information and classification system. Without that, this problem will be there and the discussion will be going on forever.
I will fully agree with you. If you are exposed to the Arvind Subramanian's latest the report on how the information system as a whole in India has been managed, you'll be shocked. But we have very ad hoc system, no doubt. We are there to recognize statistics, they don't know. In many cases, it's a whole lot of problems. We don't know. My simple observation, why do you need all those things? After these things have been delivered, Why do you need? That's all. Why do you want the prices? If there is a small inflation, suddenly you will have the equal opposite to import. The government establishment center is very happy to import because import is not a 1 quintal, it is 1,000 and 1,000. The transaction is the 20,000 crore rupees. Pulse we have imported. We are very happy to be self-sufficient than importing. 20,000 crore import at the national level. You know the underground kickback and everything. It's a fact. It's a fact. I can say that. So there is no problem. No, I don't fully agree with you. A reliable information system should be there. To have that one part, somebody should come forward to say that why you need. That's difficult.
You can tell the Prime Minister that you can have an NPR put in place, an agricultural system in place.
Then you have to do that one. You should question that one.
Please put it in place and then all your discussions can take place.
Absolutely, you question that one. You question, is it reliable one? Sometimes, the figure I got, the total area of tomato in Kolara, much more than what is the area of tomato in the interstate sometimes. They don't have that. They have hardly few people. The farmers, 78 lakh farmers in 120 lakh hectares, they cannot go. By the time they go there, they could have harvested. It's very difficult also. But you have a satellite system. I had an agreement with the satellite imaginary. I had a small agreement with the Microsoft and both, to come out with satellite. You can do that one provided you have the will, you have the necessity, you have the compulsion. That's all.
So, the farm loan waivers, write-off are all politic decisions based on lack of information. So, put in place a basic information system and then
That's one thing.
the decision should be taken. That is the scientific way of going about it.
So the information alone do that one,
Decision making, I mean, based on information you can come out with logical decision making.
That report this Arvind Subramanian has given a different context. Then he said, information system is very important because GDP calculation, all he does in context. He said, why do you want necessity of information system? It is necessity for not only for the others, it's someone who runs the system. He said, what way? Look at, you are driving the car, your speedometer won't give you the proper speed at which you are moving. Your, what is that, fuel meter won't give the picture that fuel is empty or not. Some other, so these are the information required to run a system properly. So we don't have, without that, we are under the impression maybe some more questions, and I'm sorry, there are many more people, hopefully they can answer. And thanks for this opportunity, and I look forward, people will take very seriously. I look forward to Indian level to work with wonderful people are there at a much more important level. If you have an opportunity to reinvent the whole MSP and other calculation and the pricing mechanism, price discovery, definitely don't forget some of the issues which are. Thanks a lot.